Grossi Posse Packer Nation, welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help, and I'm your host, Tom Grossi, and here we are on day 3 of the 2018 NFL Draft, in which the Packers have multiple picks, and to start off, we picked a wide receiver. We've been asking for a wide receiver for quite some time, and the guy that we decided to pick, I had actually looked at this guy beforehand, just because he had an amazing name. Knew nothing about him, but the Green Bay Packers, with the 133rd pick, selected Jamon Moore. Now, I'm about to make a really terrible joke. One of the problems that Jamon Moore faced 2 years ago was drops, which made me want to say, Jamon, man. That was the worst joke I've ever told in the history of the world. I'm so sorry. The positives about Jamon Moore, though, is that the guy is a 6'3", 207-pound wide receiver, ran a 4.6 40-yard dash, but then improved on that and ran 4.48. And even though he had the drop issues in his junior year, so much so that he actually got benched for that, and I know you're thinking, like, this is terrible, he had, in his last 2 campaigns, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. In 2017, he started 11 of 13 games, 65 catches, 1,082 yards, and 10 touchdowns. And in 2016, even despite all the drop issues, 1,012 yards, 62 receptions, and 8 touchdowns. So, that being said, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this pick. I know we were looking at potentially other wide receivers, but this guy fulfills a need yet again. And so, right now, we got cornerback, linebacker, and now we finally have wide receiver. And so, later in the 5th round, with the first pick, we will have picked up a guard, I'll talk about him in the next video. But all that being said, the Packers really are just kind of filling all the needs. We now have depth at wide receiver. We now have depth at guard. We have, obviously, cornerback now, went from being our weakest position to one of our strongest. And this guy, while I don't think he's going to be a day one starter, I think he can definitely develop into the kind of player that I know the Packers are fantastic at making, because we're usually pretty good at picking up wide receivers. And so I think Jamon Moore, with the phenomenal name, will do, he'll be all right. He'll do pretty well. The guy looks like a freak athlete, and the fact that he was there in the 5th round, again, if you can get value out of the 5th round, you done good. So let me know what you think about Jamon Moore. Are you upset that we didn't go for another guy, or are you very content with picking up this wide receiver? Let me know. And what do you think about his name? Let me know in the comments down below. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossI Comedy, or Tom Grossi Comedy on the Twitter. Check out Packcast, Packast, which is this podcast. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and, of course, here on the YouTube. You can also see the Tom Grossi Comedy at the Patreon, the Instagram, and the Facebook, and all that wonderful stuff. That being said, I hope you enjoyed day 3 of the NFL Draft. We got a whole lot more picks to go, and we'll be covering each and every single one here at Packcast, so stay tuned. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi, and as always, go Pack Go.